Hey guys, this is Vic from Grasping the Market and welcome to our market briefing. Today we had a change recorded on all time frames as we took the previous regular trading hours all-time high by just 2 ticks. Now this change might seem a little bit subtle, but it changes the odds dramatically because now there's absolutely no excess at the all-time high around 30.21, 50 or 30.22, and the remaining absolute all-time high made in the overnight session is only 1.5 handles away from the close today. So that creates tremendous odds that we will trade through that area. Now, if you look into the market profile, the market profile, we open denoting change immediately as we were below the single prints left on the previous session. Now we immediately rejected the lower distribution and went back up to finish the auction, and that happened. The A high took that high and took the previous range high that we had around 3009. Now after the B period was an inside bar and the C period failed above, we started coming back inside, and here's where it gets interesting. The clue to the move that we saw at the end of the day was always in front of us, and it was the excess recorded in the morning. When you record this type of excess and you do it inside the previous profile, it is very often the case that those many single prints are normally taken back, at least some part of it. Today we had a failure going out, but when we went back inside, we had support and we went back outside, leaving the excess intact. That was the clue. And after the D period, basically we started creeping up, and then we made a 4 wide high, and with a little bit of backing and filling, the late move started. So it was technically a breakaway from the previous 5-day balancing range. We kept the excess, and it was a trend day. Towards the end of the session, as we mentioned in yesterday's briefing, if we get acceptance within or above this upper distribution, it's likely that we're going for the all-time high, and that's exactly what happened. So at the top, we now have only 2 ticks excess, two double TPOs above the previous regular trading hours all-time high. That's basically no excess at all. On the profile itself, there's no excess. It's an incomplete auction with a poor high, and that situates only 1.5 handles from the all-time high made in the overnight session. So the odds are extremely good that we will trade through this area. One word of caution though is that the late move that we saw in the afternoon was very emotional and driven by short-term traders. You can see the very poor structure left there. At the end, we ended up with 4 distributions, 2 of which are separated by 1 single tick. So this is very weak. Although the odds are very good, this is very weak. So if we happen to go through this, leaving this intact, the odds are that we will not go that far away without repairing this. A probable scenario is we come back, we repair a little bit, and then we finish the job to the upside. Remember that tomorrow we have ECB in Europe, and there is the market is pricing in a boost from the ECB, so that could push the equities to the upside, and that it's aligned with what we have here. So the focus for tomorrow is exactly that. It's continuation from the late move. We have a weak structure, but I would say that if we trade within these upper distributions and we don't go back inside the 5-day balance range that we had before, the odds are good that we continue. So the level denoting change for me, I think, will be around halfback. I will focus. Sorry, I will focus on acceptance above or below halfback. If we get below halfback, that will be change for sure, and that will increase the odds that the market continues balancing. Above halfback, probably we're taking that all-time high standing there.